In stats, I use INT to increase magic attack, and if we have an awaken element in our weapon, we receive a DTE bonus for every 10 points of INT. That is, with 470 points, we have 47% DTE. 4 secondary stat use STR to increase critical damage. Magic arrows at level 10 allow us to quickly charge the chain cast buff. Magic Mastery is a passive that increases our magic attack by 3% and weapon attack by 30%. This skill to recover MP. First Aid is optional to revive allies quickly. Magic Up increases our magic attack. Concentrate gives us a chance for our magic attacks to deal extra damage. And Quick Aura gives us an attack speed buff. Long Range increases the damage of all our abilities that can be launched from 8 meters or more. Magic Impact reduces the MP cost of the next skill we cast. It is perfect for opening combos. Magic Finale is one of our main damage-dealing skills. Keep in mind that its damage is always neutral. Magic Burst is a skill that does a lot of damage, but above all, it is very useful to use as an iframe skill and avoid damage. Magic Cannon is the skill that does the most damage. It consists of 2 phases. When using it, it enters the charging phase with 0%, and the percentage increases as we use skills from the Magic Skills branch. The higher our cast speed, the faster it will charge when using skills. And when you use it again, the skill will be cast dealing damage. Magic Crash doesn't usually do much damage, but is useful for inflicting armor break and dizzy on the target. By using Cadle, it will give us a buff that will make the next skill we cast critical and the MP cost will be reduced. We can only use it 2 times or 3 if we are inside magic barriers. As an extra, the longer the battle lasts, our damage will increase passively. MP Charge with Maximizer and Rapid Charge allows us to recover MP very quickly. Chain Cast gives us a buff to magic attack, magic stability, and reduces the casting time of all magic attack skills. I made a video talking only about enchanted barriers, but in conclusion, as long as we are inside the barrier, it reduces the damage received, reduces the casting time of Finale, saves us from dying once by Cadle, and increases motion speed. Merge Evasion allows us to evade while casting. We can level it up to reduce cooldown time. Brave Aura is a buff that increases weapon attack by 30% and all damage we inflict by 20%. Spellburst allows us the possibility of our magic damage being critical. I will leave the formula in the description of this video. Critical Up increases our critical rate by 5 and our critical damage by 5%. This passive is to run towards the target. Resonance gives us a buff of 37 critical rate if we have its Registlet and increases the activation chance of Enchanted spell by 50%. We will use Element Slash to inflict weaken on the target and reduce its magic critical resistance. Magic Skin increases our physical and magical resistance depending on the amount of MP we have. It also saves us from dying once we are left with 1 HP. Godspeed Wield increases motion speed but greatly reduces resistance. We can use this skill 3 times for a total of 30% motion speed. Overlimit with Sorcery Guide increases damage to element by 20% but reduces cast speed by 500. Cast Mastery is a passive that increases our cast speed. The combos I use are very varied and change depending on the situation, but I can recommend these simple ones. You can use this to cast enchanted barriers and recover MP with Maximizer spending only 1 MP. This to deal some damage and charge Magic Cannon. This to start charging Magic Cannon. This to maintain the Resonance buff. And this one to spam Finale. For the weapon we will use a stated DTE, especially for short battles. For long battles, it might be advisable to use Amnastaff to be able to spam Finale 100% critical. For the secondary weapon, we will use a Cruel Wing since it will allow us to use Element Spash from 12 meters since it takes the auto attack distance of the equipped MD. I use these for armor. I use Cookie Wings on high defense bosses and Schmet Hairpin for low defense bosses. In the ring, I use Seahorse Bangle to have a little extra critical rate, but you can also use Astral Lamp for extra magic pierce. Finally, in my avatars, I try to accumulate as much magic pierce as possible. Currently, I have a total of 19%. Here we have 3 that are very important. Magic Arrows Enhancer will increase the number of arrows we shoot by 4. Focus Resonance will enable the critical rate buff, and Extreme Concentrate will increase its activation chance by 5%. Finally, these are the buffs and consumables that I use.